As you're listening to this video, the Florida legislature is currently considering bills that are labeled tort reform. I'm here to tell you why those bills should be voted down. I'm Scott DeStasio from DeStasio Law Firm, and if you agree those bills should be voted down, then you should call your state local House of Representative or state local senator and let them know. But to understand why, you need to understand what a tort is and what tort reform means. A tort is basically a personal injury lawsuit, whether it's medical malpractice, whether it's a car crash, whether it's nursing home abuse and neglect, or even products liability. Those are all torts. A plaintiff's lawyer, a lawyer for the injured person, has to prove there was wrongdoing, and if there was wrongdoing, that there were damages. And the lawsuit is to hold the wrongdoer accountable for the damages they've caused. And the laws that are being considered tort reform are to change those laws and make it harder for consumers to bring lawsuits for wrongdoing and make it harder to hold accountable those wrongdoers for the damages they've caused. And often these tort reform bills are cloaked in this language of, oh, well, personal injury lawyers are taking advantage and we need to reel them in. The reality is, most personal injury lawyers I know are not doing this for any other reason to help people. Sure, we get paid, but we're taking huge risks. We don't get paid unless there's a recovery. We advance money out of our pocket, and then we may wait 6 months, a year, 2 or 3 years, and if we can convince a jury of 6 people that somebody did wrong and damages were occurred, then we get paid that back. It's called a contingency. So by creating tort reform, sure, it hurts personal injury lawyers, but the reality is who it really hurts is the consumer, the person who's been injured. And who does it really help? The wrongdoer, the individual or corporation you're trying to hold accountable. And who is standing in that wrongdoer's shoes? It's often large corporations and or insurance companies that have to pay the bill for the wrongdoer. So what is tort reform? What it really is saying, we don't want these insurance companies and large corporations that have done wrong or from the insurance company is paying for that wrongdoing. We don't want them to have to pay for their wrongdoing. We don't want them to be held accountable for the damages they've caused. That's really what tort reform is. And if you think that's wrong, then you should call your Florida legislature and explain to them that they should vote no. The local state senator or the local House of Representative for the state of Florida. Please, if you think tort reform is wrong, call them and let them know.